Hi, I'm Abby. Welcome to my New York City kitchen, where today we're going to talk about Greek meatballs and Greek meatball subs. I love meatballs. I make them constantly, and they're a great way to get dinner on the table tonight and have leftovers all week for lunch or dinner. So we're going to make some meatballs, and then we're gonna make meatball subs. And we're gonna have a Greek seasoning mix that's gonna make these super special with some other toppings. So let's start first with the meatballs. I have here a pound of ground beef. This is 80% lean, which means that it is 80% lean and 20% fat. So I love that type of ground beef for things like meatballs, meatloaf. There's a little bit of fat, a little bit of keeping it juicy and moist, but you can also have a pretty large portion of a lean beef product. You can also get 93% lean beef, which will have only 7% fat. That would actually do very well with this recipe as well, because we do have things going in like yogurt that will add moisture. And then there is, of course, a lower percentage of lean, 70 to 75%, which you often see with burgers and other things that need a lot of that fat to help keep the meat juicy. So I have a muffin tin, which is how I like to bake my meatballs. I am going to spray it down with some olive oil spray. You can also bake them on just a baking sheet. If you don't have a muffin tin or don't want to use a muffin tin, just line a baking sheet with foil. That works beautifully also. We've got the oven ready to go on 400 degrees. First, I'm going to put in 2/3 of a cup of plain non-fat yogurt. I'm going to add in a Greek seasoning mix. So I've put in here things like onion powder, garlic powder, dried oregano, dried dill, some dried basil, a little salt and pepper. We're gonna add that mixture in. A little bit more black pepper, a little bit more salt, and then I'm gonna start to kind of integrate this before I get my hands in there and really mix everything all together. Then I have a cup of breadcrumbs here, and there are two different ways to do it. These are just already regular pre-made breadcrumbs. You can also take bread and make your own breadcrumbs. And if you're going to do the subs, you can take those hoagie rolls and you can take some of the inside of those hoagie rolls out and make that into breadcrumbs as well. So in go the breadcrumbs. So I'm gonna keep one hand clean for right now and one hand really in there, making sure everything gets fully integrated. I'm gonna start using two hands now just to really get it moving. So you can kind of see as you're working with the meat that the colors change slightly as the yogurt and the seasonings and the breadcrumbs get mixed in well with the ground beef. And we're gonna make 12 meatballs. So they will be a pretty good size, you know, kind of a little bit bigger than a golf ball. When you have meatballs, if you were going to make these for dinner tonight without the subs, you could serve them with the yogurt sauce that we're going to make, and then some nice sauteed broccoli, sauteed kale, maybe some baked sweet potato on the side. And then tomorrow for lunch, you make some subs with some chopped up veggies and things that we're gonna get to. All right, 12 meatballs into the oven at 400 degrees for about 25 minutes. And while that's happening, we're gonna get the rest of our stuff ready for our leftover meatball subs. Okay, so our Greek meatballs, we just made them, and now let's say it's day 2. We had some for dinner last night, and now today we're gonna make Greek meatball subs. So the first part of that is to make a really yummy yogurt feta sauce. So here I've got some non-fat plain yogurt. Here I've got some feta. I'm gonna add in some of that great Greek seasoning that we made. And then just a little touch of salt, a little touch of pepper. mixing it all in. Next, we have these really nice brioche hoagie rolls. I'm gonna take out some of this inner bread, just so we have a little bit more room for all of our delicious toppings. I'm gonna take some of our sauce and I'm gonna put it on the bottom of this roll in those little grooves. Then I'm gonna put the meatballs on top. And then I'm gonna add some of this olives into the top. I'm gonna put in some cucumber. And then some of these beautiful slices of tomato. Here is our wonderful leftover lunch in the form of a meatball sub. So, there you go. We had Greek meatballs last night for dinner. We're having a Greek meatball sub today for lunch. Perfect. And here's the best part. We used ground beef, which has so many essential nutrients and vitamins, iron, protein, choline, vitamin B12, vitamin B6, all of these wonderful things that we need on a regular basis. We just got them easy peasy in 2 days with our delicious, so easy to make, simple recipe that we're able to make once for dinner and then eat it all week. So once again, I'm Abby. Thanks for watching. This is my Greek meatball recipe and my Greek meatball sub, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.